Greetings to ya, Irish lads and lasses. I'm gonna do just a little bit of my Irish accent, but you know, I don't know how authentic it is. Wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub. Right here in Long Beach, downtown Long Beach. Let me take one more sip of my pregame beverage and we'll get going. Thanks for joining me tonight. Alright, thought we would take a little time to do a little bit of Irish history and do some new Irish cocktails that I haven't done before. But first, I believe we have to have a proper pint of Irish Guinness. So first we're gonna have a little spot of Guinness. I was gonna do a black and tan, but I don't have any tan, so all I got is black. I've got the beautiful. Oh, this is just this beautiful. And we learned. We actually went. Jen and I went a couple of years ago in the before time. There's an Irish bar down the street, and they were doing a whole Guinness tasting with the guy, and he was teaching us how to pull a proper pint and the whole bit to wait for that cascade. So we'll let that beautiful cascade of frothy goodness do its thing. And obviously, you know, this is these are great. I don't know if you've checked these out, but if you get these cans, they have this little nitrogen cartridge in there, and it kind of it foams it out and makes this beautiful, and it's almost as good as having it poured, you know, a proper pint in the bar, you know. I can see why my ancestors sucked down so much of this. Oh wow, that's really good. And now we'll finish it off, we'll top it off. And now we've got a proper pint on the bar, and now we can start the show. Thanks everybody for coming. So quick little history lesson on St. Patrick. I did a little research for y'all. He was kidnapped by the Irish in the 5th century. He was actually I forget. I think he was a Brit. And so he was kidnapped and brought to Ireland. He later escaped and then came back to Ireland. When he did, there's a couple of legends about St. Patrick. Number one, that apparently he drove out all the snakes. And then he used a shamrock to explain the Holy Trinity. He was one of the first saints to use the shamrock to explain the Holy Trinity. So that's pretty cool. Enough of the history lesson. Let's start drinking. Okay. The first one we're going to do it's called the Irish Godfather, and I want to give a quick shout out to Leandro of Educated Barfly. He's got a great show on YouTube. He's one of those guys that, you know, makes money on his show. I'm just doing this little Facebook deal for my family and friends. But this is called the Irish Godfather, so it's a little bit of a twist on the Godfather cocktail. We're going to build this in the glass. So we've got our old-fashioned glass. We're starting with 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. We talked last week. We did a bitters special, but if you're looking to get the bar craze started, you don't have to go this big. This was a couple of years in the making here, but if you're looking for a way to start kind of mixing some of your own cocktails, start with some Angostura bitters. You can pick those up even at the grocery store. Next for the Irish Godfather is a 1/4 ounce of Amaretto. I happen to have Di Serono, which is one of the best Amarettos out there. Amaretto is an almond liqueur. This is a great liqueur, like a digestive, you know, or even an aperitif at the you know, the sort of happy hour time. Just put this over rocks. You may have seen the ads and stuff about Di Serono on the rocks. All right, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm sick of wearing the jacket. It's making me hot already. So it's totally tober. You know, I'm a fine Irish lad and I'm totally tober. Hashtag whiskey business. All right, here we go. All right, and now the Irish part. So we started with a little Ango. We put a little Amaretto in there, and then we've got 2 ounces of Bushmills. Bushmills, this is one of the, if not the oldest licensed distilleries in the world. They started making this particular version of this particular spirit back in 1608. So if you are a You know, if you're a Jameson person, that's fine. But, you know, check out Bushmills too. It's a little smoother. This particular whiskey is made in copper pot stills. So it just has a very, very smooth, just a beautiful flavor, everybody. So, all right, well, I need a little bit more. I try to change it a little bit, and I know if I did that at a proper Irish bar, I get my ass kicked, you know. All right, so let's put that over there. All right, next, I have a proper Irish ice cube. I made one of my signature. I know how to make clear ice. So this is it's kind of like an old fashioned, but it doesn't have any. The Amaretto has a teensy weensy bit of a sweetness in it, but it's just basically an Irish old fashioned. It's still got a little bit of that Ango in there. The Amaretto, we made some of this during the weekend, and oh man, the flavor of this bad boy is fantastic. And I would encourage you to build it in the glass. You don't have to be all fancy like me, you know, making your own ice, but if you saw my ice special, you know that it's really not hard to make with your own ice. Oh, we have some, the standard garnish says for orange peel, so I'm going to do the orange peel first, and then, I have heard about the lime. Someone just mentioned that a squeeze of lime in there might really kick it up a notch. So let's, we're going to express, you know, squeeze that bad boy around, little wipey wipe, and then toss that bad boy in there. Something I've learned about when you're putting your garnishes in, put it at 2 o'clock, okay? So 2 o'clock, Sláinte. Well, I don't know. I think that's pretty great by itself, but I can only imagine maybe just a little, let's try a little kick, a little hint of lime on there too. Let's see what happens with that. I'm gonna do like just a little half or a quarter wedge. We'll squeeze that over, drop that bad boy in there. Let's try it. So the Irish Godfather with the extra thing. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. It's a fine Irish cocktail. You can't go wrong. Oh man, you get that. The Amaretto, and you can use, I have Di Serono, I have this fancy stuff, but there's one other Amaretto I want to show you guys. This is Doc Wells Amaretto. I got this at Total Wine & More for like $8. This stuff is pretty good too. So you don't have to break the bank and, you know, have this massive setup to be able to do all this, okay? So, and it's just fun with the, you know, you saw my massive, rad, new ice blocks. I have these ice glaciers to use with you guys now. I've got to take one more sip because it's beautiful. Shit, I'm spilling all over myself. It's too early to be spilling. All right, here we go. Oh, that's great. The Irish Godfather, fantastic. Cheers. Sláinte. All right, next one. We're gonna need a mixing glass for this one. Oh my goodness, my proper pint is in the way. So sad to see these go, but I gotta put these aside. I need a little room on the bar. All right, you guys, what's up next? Oh, Black Shamrock. This is cool. So we're gonna use our Bushmills again, but we're gonna put some sweet vermouth in and some coffee liqueur. This drink is, you know, a little bit more refined. Probably a little bit of the, you know, the fancy Dublin folks, you know. We're gonna serve this one in a coupe. So I've got my coupe chilled out. Same kind of deal. So this is kind of like an Irish Manhattan sorta. Okay, so a couple of dashes of Ango in there, Angostura bitters, all right. And then we're gonna do a half an ounce of sweet vermouth. I am using Carpano Antica. This is my favorite. Shut the fuck up. Michael, are you sleeping? I fucking was. We had these two. So Jen and I, we had these. She worked with this lady and her husband. They both, I think, worked with. Oh no, they were, you know, fresh off the boat from Ireland, the whole bit. And we went out there, and she tells the story. Oh, Michael, are you sleeping? He says, I fucking was. Oh man, my people, we swear a lot. Okay, so we're gonna put that in there. What's next? Coffee liqueur. I happen to have some Jameson. I've got some Jameson cold brew. You can use whatever coffee liqueur you want, but I obviously suggest something that is in the Irish genre. I think it'll taste better. Okay. And now our Bushmills. Once again, we're coming back to Bushmills. 2 ounces of our Bushmills. Bushmills has some other, they have like a red and they've got some other little permutations, and I'm sure either one of those would be great, but I didn't have those. But I have this bottle of Bushmills on the bar that I have been dying to use again. It's been sitting on the second shelf, just dying and just waiting to make cocktails for you. Okay, what's left? I can check my Ango. I gotta check my list. Got my Ango, got my sweet vermouth, I got my coffee liqueur in there, and 2 ounces of Bushmills. We are gonna, this one's a stirred cocktail. What do we got? Oh, Greg! You fine Irish lad. It's good to see you, Mr. Morgan. You're a gentleman. One of my freelancer brothers on the show, former instructor, stud muffin. We got lots of folks on tonight. Pretty cool for an impromptu sort of pop-up show. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us this evening. Ooh, my totally gorgeous barback has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
You fucking cool.
Oh, shut it! Okay, this is the Irish version. There's going to be some F-bombs, so if you don't like them, fuck off. Oh, shit. That is, she is taste testing. That's the Irish Godfather.
That's mine.
All right.
What's this? This is
Got
a Guinness?
some, that's a Guinness. I'm glad we have a little bit of Irish music in the background when I'm stirring a cocktail. All right, this is Gaelic Storm. All right, what's next? We got to strain it. It just goes into a coupe.
Look over here, honey.
Oh, that's beautiful. Looks like a beautiful Irish Manhattan with the whiskey. That is triple distilled, you know.
Triple distilled.
It's triple distilled. It does actually.
Should I be ordering an emotion?
Triple, yeah.
I think you should do the rest of the show with an accent.
No, that's India. I don't know where the hell you are. That's not an Irish accent she's trying to do there. All right, here we go. Oh. Huh. Holy shit. That is yummy. Get out of the way! All right. So this is, once again, this is the Black Shamrock. Hang on. Let me make sure it's good. All right. You can taste it if you want. Okay. She can come taste it. Yeah, it's good. I think the other one is a little bit better. This is, it's smooth. The coffee is really pronounced. I don't know what it needs. It's all right. It's all right. Let's see what she says. This is called the Black Shamrock. It's good. It's got a little coffee flavor. It's mild. It's very light. It's very light.
I don't taste the coffee at all.
Yeah, it's very light. And that's what's great about this particular distillate. It's when it's triple distilled, you know, it's a very fine distillate, and that's why they triple distill it.
Press anytime after 6 a.m.
Okay, here we go. One more. I got one more for you, and this one's fun. This one's Tipperary. And Tipperary is a landlocked province near of Munster, Ireland. Oh, who else we got on the show? Oh, here we go. We got Kurt on here too. Good to see you.
Kurt Curtis? Curtis?
I think the park is opening soon, my man. I'm hoping the Disneyland band, you guys will be back doing your thing soon. I actually got to rehearse my band this afternoon for about an hour. We play outside and distance and masked and all this kind of stuff. We're doing a little live stream for the parents in a couple weeks. And holy shit, just 1 hour. It was like an hour and a half of getting to conduct my kids. I wrote out a tune for them and everything, and just like, oh my gosh, the sound of live music. Oh my gosh. Can't wait to get back. All right, one more. Tipperary. All right, this one's kind of fun. This one is another stirred cocktail. Can you dump for me? So this one's classic Irish cocktail. It's got 3 ingredients, and there's no fucking garnish. There's nothing to it. It's nothing to it. And I also like that it uses a little bit of chartreuse. Chartreuse is a very complex herbal, floral, gentian, everything spirit. It's been around forever. So, but it's strong. The flavor profile is strong. So we're gonna start with 3/4 of an ounce of our green. You know, sorry for all the fucking F-bombs, but it's a fucking Irish show.
You're fucking cool.
There better be something fucking green on the Irish show. All right, so there's green chartreuse. And then we're gonna go with 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth. Yeah, I should have put my disclaimer. If you don't like Irish language, you know, get the fuck out. Oh, I know this is probably the largest F-bomb related thing, but I don't know if you've ever been to an Irish bar, but this is what it sounds like. There's music and a lot of crack, you know, crack. There's no TV. It's conversations and music and drinking and life, you know? It's a beautiful thing. All right, we've got our sweet vermouth in there, and now 2 ounces of the beautiful triple distilled Bushmills, a very delicate flavored spirit. Bushmills is great, just on the rocks, man. It's just a beautiful. All right, and we're gonna. Shh, Jenny. We're gonna trim this one up.
Trim the bush.
Shh, Jenny. Shush! We're gonna trim that one up. Gonna stir this one up, and then this one, I'm gonna serve this in a Nick and Nora glass, kind of a pretty a tulip glass. Oh, smelling those herbaceous notes from that chartreuse happening. Oh, so beautiful. I'm gonna stir this just a little bit more than I did last time. I want to make sure I've got the proper dilution this time. The last time I made it, it was good flavor, but it was a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And it's kind of like a feel. Yes. Oh, wow. It's a very interesting flavor. I never would have thought to do this. Again, sweet vermouth, green chartreuse, and green chartreuse, it's an investment. It's $60 a bottle. But, you know, we bought it a little over a year ago, and we barely use it because it's a very, very strong flavor. All right. No garnish on this. Served in the Nick and Nora. Tipperary. Sláinte. Oh man. And Loch Lomond in the background? Are you kidding me? My heritage.
Loch Lomond?
These are my people. Well, Sláinte everyone. Thank you for joining me on our little impromptu show. The next time we'll be with you, we're moving to Sundays. Sundays at I think 4:30. I'll let you guys know because football is happening. As you guys know, I'm a band director, and we have football games now in March and in April. So I have my first, you know, quote unquote away game this Friday, and then we've got a bunch, and it's hilarious. Marching band and standstill band. At least we got our uniforms. Standstill band, socially distanced, of course, with many masks. Doing that. So hopefully we'll see you guys again on the next show on Sunday. Until then, thanks again for joining us. Love you all. Sláinte and good night.